We on the road to 500, yo. Subscribe. Yo, my people. What's good? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to Patala FC. We are within. And we're coming to the end of the season. The end of a long, painful season for the Chelsea fan. Turbulent season for other fans. Extremely painful for Manchester United fans, I believe. And yeah, as much as we could banter Man United and banter other teams, it's not like Chelsea are in the best place. But Chelsea sits 7th, and there's a major reason why Chelsea are even in a European chat. And you guessed it, because everyone's teasing us and calling us something football club. You guessed it, Cole Palmer. And let's talk Cole Palmer, because he deserves the flowers that he's getting across world football. Across Europe, Cole Palmer is in the top 3 for goal contributions between goals and assists, with 25 goals and 13 assists, I believe, in his first season at Stamford Bridge. First season. He's in the company of Didier Drogba and Frank Lampard in their best scoring seasons. Cole Palmer has been immense for us. And why has Cole Palmer bettered himself, or how has he gotten more improved and more polished as the season has gone by? Because that's what's happened with Cole Palmer. It's almost like the license given to Cole Palmer by Pochettino has improved him as a player. It's made Poch look good, of course. But there's one thing I'd like to discuss around Cole Palmer before we praise him as a player and go a bit in detail when it comes to his game and how he impacted our 5-0 win against West Ham. So, Palmer versus Enzo Fernandez. When Enzo Fernandez was purchased by Chelsea for a mega fee, Enzo Fernandez was meant to be the creative spark. To be honest, I genuinely felt that Enzo would bring the number 10 energy back to the club, and he would own those positions on the pitch, where he would distribute balls over the top, look for threaded balls. When he receives the ball, we're really going to lose possession. But when Enzo is not effective, that in saying, when Enzo is unable to distribute balls over the top, when he's unable to keep possession, when he loses the ball trying to pass it with short passes, Enzo becomes a very huge expense for us as a team. And a lot of people are saying that, oh, since Enzo stopped playing, we play much better. I believe it's very true. And the reason why is that it gives the other more effective creative player in the team, Cole Palmer, license to do a lot more for us. And Palmer is shining bright because of Enzo's absence, to be honest. What else has happened? A player that was fond of the 10 role in Conor Gallagher is now playing in a deep lying position alongside Caicedo. So the entire midfield looks better. So if we look at how we play when Cole Palmer is in midfield, right? Cole Palmer starting as a 10. Initially, we know that Gallagher was here. Palmer would be on this side of the pitch when there was no Madueke in the team. And then we would have Enzo in the team to make up the other third midfielder. Now, without Enzo in the team, Gallagher is forced to move back into those positions. Cole Palmer takes the cam role, and Noni Madueke is given the opportunity to play on the right wing. Madueke is also improving his game, of course, but Palmer has made sure that we're very secure on the right wing. Noni Madueke's ability to overlap and his work rate increasing now allows them to manipulate of defenses on the right wing, while Conor Gallagher moves forward into those 10 positions that he's fond of. It's not like he hasn't played it for us this season. And what happens? Who helps Caicedo in midfield? Cucurella is coming into midfield, and then we form a back 3. And that's how Chelsea are playing right now. Cole Palmer will drift into these positions when Madueke is in his natural position, which means we have at least 4 men in midfield every time. Modric coming into midfield makes it 5. Noni Madueke coming into midfield makes it 6. And Jackson is always in deep lying positions in terms of receiving the ball. So Jackson's work rate, we all know Jackson's work rate. It's making us look good because the key element is Cole Palmer's ability to free roam. If we look at a few screenshots, the first goal, what happens? For the first goal, Cole Palmer is in space. He finds space on the pitch. Caicedo receives the ball. Chalobah has found himself in a midfield position. And all that they have to do now, I'm going to just move this thing a little bit closer to me though. And look what happens next. Cole Palmer starts to move already. When Chalobah receives the ball, you can see Madueke moving in space. Madueke receives the ball. Cole Palmer, who's closest to Cole Palmer in that situation? We can't even tell. The closest man is not even looking at him. By the time that the ball gets to Cole Palmer, it's across from Madueke. It hits Jackson and deflects into Palmer's path. Palmer has so much space to just strike the ball into the net. For the second goal, Caicedo receives the ball from Palmer and then places it back to Palmer in space. Who's the closest man to Cole Palmer in this situation? Palmer's able to pick a pass. If Palmer picks a threaded pass into the 18 area and finds a man, that's trouble. At this point, West Ham feel there's not much trouble, but Palmer is reading the game. He's seeing the picture before he makes the pass. And as soon as he makes this pass, Jackson and Noni Madueke, understanding the chemistry that they're building, three of them are building beautiful chemistry, honestly. One of them just needs to receive the ball, and the ball deflects into Gallagher's path, and we know what happens. This is another moment in the game at 4-0. And this is a moment that Palmer creates all by himself, honestly. But he has Sheed on the ball, passes it to Caicedo. Caicedo into midfield where Palmer is in space in the 10. Palmer, two men on him, gets past one, creates so much space for himself, and then distributes a pass, and Mudryk is in on goal. That's all. That's what Palmer does. Palmer, right wing, middle, left side of the pitch. Giving him the free roaming ability and the license to move anywhere is the reason why we'll be lethal next season, I believe. Next season, Thiago Silva won't be here. We can't lean on leadership. Gallagher can't take all that weight. We have to lean on character. And Cole Palmer has brought character to the locker room. We're being called Cole Palmer FC because he brings so much character as a player. And that character aspect of the game is a big one. It's actually something I wanted us to discuss at length. What do we feel, or how do we all define character? What is character in football? Cole Palmer has it. We're starting to see it in Caicedo, in Gallagher. Players like Malo Gusto have it. We're starting to see it in Madueke and possibly in Jackson. Mikhailo Mudryk is a questionable one. The defensive line don't need to have that much character. They just need to be dogged. We need character in attack. We need an identity in attack. And Cole Palmer's he's taken us to another level this season. Outside of his numbers, chemistry with the rest of the team, build-up play, him finding space the way we've just analyzed, Cole Palmer going into next season is the major key.